Alright. Well, today I want to talk about, because no one's lining up to interview me, I'm going to talk about my music. I want to talk about Crack 1 and 2. So this song was written after high school, and it's had like a couple wins, I guess. So all right, let me start with the lyrics. The lightning cracked, and I swam across the water. The rain fell down, and I looked for cover. I shouldn't have drank the water, but it's alright. Okay. So, the idea for the song, after high school, I moved out of my parents' house, and part of my, part of my daily routine, I'd go up in the mountains and I'd kind of sit and journal and write and all sorts of things. But one time I got trapped up there and there was like this crazy thunderstorm. Didn't rain much where I was, but like rain was coming down super hard. I think it was like filling the edge of the streets. I don't know if they had like storm gutters or what. They probably did some type of system to mitigate that. But yeah, I was stuck up in the mountains in this lightning storm, just watching lightning strike, and um, yeah, just kind of in this dangerous place. And then another moment, um, there was this little park that had this creek running through it, and I guess it was sort of a fast-moving creek, but um, I got like a very innocent, like dumb idea to just like drink from that little stream, and who knows, like I guess it was an attempt to like connect with nature, or yeah, like drinking from this little river, which I have no idea is clean or moving fast enough. You know what I mean? Like there's all sorts of problems with that. Um, yeah, I shouldn't have drank the water. Um, and like with this song, for the longest time I had like the Crack One version. So I I wrote this one at the same time, or like I recorded this one at the same time that I did Regardless, like in that time. Like the spring home from college, living with my brother and my I guess one of my childhood homes. But I only had the first verse and the chorus, and this is Crack One. So Crack One had this like psychedelic rock kind of thing, and then later on, like after um like well into college, married, my son, another verse came, which I didn't anticipate, but I'm glad that there was the spacing that there was. And that verse was, is it brave if I act in discomfort? Brave, done something like this before. Brave if I've got to live with this brain, the monsters I've made. Like hypotheticals, like ask yourself those things, but like if I don't know, like whatever mindset that I've created to survive the things that I've experienced and chose to experience, like is that a brave thing to endure them, and to try to endure them well, like acting in discomfort, trying to be kind, trying to be courageous. But just that second part, like that second win, like coming in and kind of filling out a space that I wanted for it, kind of hoped for it, anticipated, but I didn't know if it was gonna come, and it did, which is super cool. Um, Also, I forgot another part. Uh, there's like a second verse, I guess maybe. Um, I ran. What is it? I ran from all my fears, and I don't know what you're doing here. You can't confront much of anything by hiding, but it's all right. And I guess it kind of ties in with like my song "Little Pen." You know, like is it the one of the lines is would you say something or write it down with your little pen? Like you can't you can't confront much of anything by hiding. Like you can't say what needs to be said without saying something. Like there are things you have to do, right? So I guess in a way the song is like a it's like a self check. It's an evolution. Having two versions, so like spread apart. Yeah, that's like a 3 year difference between this like that second song, which became Crack 2, like the other version, which is more stripped back and like just a guitar loop that I made on a loop pedal, and then the additions of that other verse. But Crack 2, it's a fun one, or just Crack. It's a good song, like something that I like to play. It puts me in a vulnerable space, and it puts me in a space that I need to be in sometimes. Because I'm always trying to grow. I'm always trying to be brave. I'm always trying to act in discomfort. I'm trying to be the person that can still move in what seems like nonsense. So, anyways, that's Crack 1 and 2. And because no one is lining up to interview me, I'll tell you about it. Thanks for listening, guys. Appreciate you.